You know, as a fishman, one of two things are always absolute. Either you lead your people against the world government, fighting, tearing everything down in the name of freedom, or you work for the same system that's been keeping your people chained since day one. So I ask the audience, what path do you choose? Do you go full arlong and flip the world on its ass, fucking up humans the same way they fucked with you? Or do you go the more peaceful Jinbei route, where you don't fuck with nobody? And if anybody fucks with you, you fuck them up. But before you answer that question, my lovely audience, let me present both sides. Arlong. The first time we meet Arlong is in East Blue, when Luffy and his crew run into him. And bro, can we all just be honest and say Arlong was living the life before Luffy showed up? Like, nigga was the captain of his own island, the captain of his own crew, and he was getting bribe money from the bitch ass Marines. Like, shit was crazy. But let's be real, we all know Arlong had slaves. Kokoyashi wasn't a village, it was his playground. He broke spirits, broke families, and chained Nami's whole life to his empire. Arlong had a couple people try him in the beginning of his reign though, but those people either got murked, or their spirits ended up being crushed. To be honest, what I believe would have happened if Arlong continued to expand his reign is that nigga definitely would have got Buso. Buggy would have gotten enslaved into his crew, because as soon as Buggy tries anything, Arlong is dragging this nigga into the water, bro, I promise y'all. Because if he sucks up to Mihawk and Crocodile, Arlong is definitely making him his bitch, I'm sorry. But nah, we all know what ends up happening to Arlong. 4 rowdy pirates show up on his island, end up beating the shit out of him and his crew, and end up taking everything this nigga ever worked for. But that was Arlong, the embodiment of fishman rage. His answer to that question was domination, even if it meant becoming the very thing he hated. But not every fishman walked that path. Some carried the same scars and made a different choice. That's where Jinbei comes in. From the moment we meet Jinbei on screen, you could tell this character was different. He was calm, noble, a man whose pride never wavered, even in chains. Jinbei chose survival. Instead of burning everything down around him, he tried to protect his people by stepping into the system itself. That's why he became a warlord of the sea. But Jinbei didn't make this choice out of power or pride. He made this choice to protect his people at Fishman Island. Because what he believed is that if fishmen are so feared, so hated, maybe seeing a fishman work for the world government would finally put some respect behind the fishman name. Yeah, we all see how that shit turned out. So after losing the battle at Marineford, Jinbei returns home, but finds his island under new jurisdiction, the Big Mom Pirates. So to protect his people once more, Jinbei allies himself with their crew, not out of loyalty, but out of necessity. But when the time came for Jinbei to leave Big Mom's crew, because Luffy was running around fucking up her island, he handed in his 2-week notice on the spot, said fuck you, and left her crew. So as y'all could see, being a fishman is rough, no matter what path you choose. Rage like Arlong, compromise like Jinbei, your home is still surrounded by dangerous forces. The Marines, the Emperors, the world government, Fishman Island is always caught in the middle, barely holding on. But why is being a fishman so difficult? To answer that, we gotta go back to the man who started it all, Fisher Tiger. At the center of it all is Fisher Tiger, the man who climbed the red line with his bare hands, stormed into Marie's wall, and even defied the world government itself. He showed the world that even the strongest chains could be broken. But freedom alone didn't heal him. The pain he carried was too deep. Even after saving so many lives, he refused human blood, even if it meant his own death. That's the tragedy of Fisher Tiger. He believed in freedom for everyone, but he couldn't believe in forgiveness for himself. Out of his dream came two roads, Arlong's rage and Jinbei's uneasy peace, both fighting for freedom, both carrying tiger scars in their own way.